So for number 7, 2 investments are made totaling $10,000. In 1 year, these investments yield $650 in simple interest. Part of the $10,000 is invested at 5.5% and the rest at 6.75%. How much more money is invested at 6.75%? So number 6 was kind of a warm-up for this problem. Before, you're solving a system of linear equations and then adding the x and the y. And here we're solving a system of linear equations that we're going to have to create, and we're going to find out what's the difference between the two variables. So I'm going to use L for the lower interest rate and then H for the higher interest rate. And the amount at each interest rate added together has to total $10,000. So 5.5 is 0.055 as a decimal plus 0.0675 as a decimal for 6.75%, and then that totals $650. I want to eliminate the L variable, so I'm going to multiply this entire equation by negative 0.055. So that gives me negative 0.055 times L minus 0.055. I'm going to add a 0 here times H. And this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So if I multiplied 1,000 by 55 thousandths, I'd get negative. I'd get negative 55. Add a 0, so I get negative 550. I'm then going to add these two equations, so I've eliminated my L variable. And here I get a 5, a 2, a 1, 0, so 0.125H. And then over here I get 100. Now, I don't think they really expect you to do this long division problem, which would be the equivalent of this. So I'm going to observe that 1/8 as a decimal is 0.125. So 1 over 80 must be a tenth of that, which is 0.0125. So I'm going to go here, multiply both sides by 80, and get H equals 8,000. So if H equals 8,000 and they total 10,000, then the lower interest rate investment must be 2,000. And then we need to answer this last question here. So H minus L is 8,000 minus 2,000. So it's 6,000 more at 6.75%. And if we go check their answer, they actually used substitution, which doesn't turn out too bad. But in my opinion, the cool kids use elimination. And they get 6,000 more invested at 6.75. That concludes this video.